If you'd like to work along with me at home, open the Project Files folder, Lesson 8 folder, and New Window. In the previous video on working with split windows, we had summaries at the right and at the very bottom of a big list of data. This is the same data list. It has over 1,100 rows, but if you look out here on the right-hand side, there's nothing going on, no summaries out here. And trust me, there's no summaries at the bottom either. What we have instead is separate worksheets that contain that kind of data. If we click on the summary worksheet, we can see that there's a summary here. Over here we have the top 10 salespeople from that same data. And then we have the number of TVs that were sold in each office in 2010. Our objective in this video is going to be to display all 4 of these worksheets at the same time by placing them in their own windows. Now, why can't we use the splitters for that? Well, because the splitters only split a single worksheet. And there's no way within each one of these parts of the split window to be able to show each one of the individual worksheet tabs. So we're going to have to do that a different way. We'll go back to the detail worksheet, and I'm going to just resize this because that'll make it easier to demonstrate what we're about to do. Then on the View tab, Window Group, click New Window. And this creates a clone of the window that you see right here. Well, maybe not a clone. It's actually the same window, the same data. Remember our analogy from the last video where you're standing outside a house looking through a window, and then you just walk around the corner and look through another window into the same room? This is the same thing. These are the exact same worksheets, and you can see this if you change this detail header to say something else again. Immediately the change is reflected in the second window because they're just mirror images of each other. I'm just going to hit Escape to abandon that edit. Now what this makes it possible to do then is put these 2 windows side by side, continue to look at the detail section in the first window, and then click on the summary worksheet down here to be able to see the summary in the other worksheet. So now we're viewing 2 separate worksheets in the same workbook at the same time. Well, how cool is that? Now we could make this even more confusing if we add another new window. So let's click New Window. Here we're going to see the same mirroring arrangement. We have 3 windows now into the same room, and now we can just change this worksheet to the top 10 worksheet and just move this out of the way. Now if we want to see the TV sales worksheet at the same time, we can click New Window again. Just resize this so we can keep track of what we're doing here and maybe keep some of our sanity, and then just ask this window to display the TV sales. All right, there you have it. All 4 worksheets displayed at the same time. Now this is pretty ugly. It's going to be hard to work with them overlapping like this. We're going to just allow Excel to rearrange these things automatically for us. In the window group, click Arrange All, and then choose Tiled. Click OK, and Excel just lines those up beautifully. When you're finished working with all the extra windows, you can close them all individually. Starting in the bottom right-hand corner, just click in that window so that it activates, and then click its little X here. You can do the same thing up in the top right-hand corner. Click to activate that window, and then use its X. And then finally we'll get this one in the bottom left, and now we're just left with our original. Excel happily closes all the other windows without asking you if you want to save any of the changes you made, because as long as one of those windows remain open, you haven't closed the workbook yet. Now we're down to the last remaining window, and if we've made any changes anywhere inside of any of those windows, Excel would then ask us if we wanted to save the change when we close this workbook.